I don't know if it's the Gen Z in me, but these 18 episode seasons are wearing me out. My name's Elisa. Jesus shit. My name's Elisa. If you've never met me, my name's Elisa, and welcome back. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I took a week off and it felt really good. I actually am ready to be back, but I love a little break. I love a little break. You see the title, you know why we're here. Real Housewives of Potomac season 8 just ended. We need to chat. You could have skipped this season and still been up to date about this season. I hate to say it, I do, but it's the truth. There's no short way to talk about an 18 episode season. What we're gonna do here is talk about each housewife, their storylines this season, their drama, and then tack on the reunion. Get you a snack. This is your chance. Let's start with Karen. Karen really only dipped her toes in the drama this season. She is so good at, is it the Netherlands or Switzerland? She straddles the fence, but I would say this time she swung a little closer to the Candiace and Wendy side of the fence. She wasn't any less messy. We did see some drama between Karen and Robyn this season, and I really want to believe it's because she's mad that Robyn won't admit that his mistress looked like her, Karen.
If Robyn owns her we got no problem.
Oh my God, I wonder how I'm gonna act when I'm 60. Her and Gizelle did have a couple of moments, but they ironed it out pretty well. And to be honest, their relationship is looking a little bit more like sisters. They're getting to that point in the fighting where it's like, oh, you guys bounce back, okay? Okay, that was crazy. Her and Robyn, there's something going on there. I fear we will see exactly what it is at the top of season 9, and I'm ready for that. Robyn was going through it this season. Usually I really like Robyn, but I hate to admit it. Her guard was up. She wasn't her usual self. I feel like there's always something in the back lurking around her relationship with Juan, and I just hate to see it. I'm really close to the mic. I'm gonna go no microphone. I think we'll be okay. Robyn this season was an evangelist for a new religion I would call Juanism. This season, Robyn spent 18 one-hour-long episodes defending her husband who had been outed by the blogs last season right after they'd gotten married. So here's the story. Juan was in Canada. He was at a hotel casino and some girl on Instagram DM'd him and said, hey, I lost my wallet. I need someone to pay for my room. Random girl. And he felt bad for her, so he decided to put his card down on his hotel, sign the receipt, but nothing happened in Canada. The two had never been physical. She does not have an ounce of doubt. Ashley, Mia, Gizelle confronted her and they were like, I'm coming to you as a woman. Her friends confronted Juan. She released a podcast about it and she pulled up to Andy Cohen's face on Watch What Happens Live, and she believes this man through and through. Juan does not come to reunions. He does not defend his wife on his actions. When he was confronted by the friends, he brushed it off. When they did pickleball, he evaded every situation where it would come up because you know the girls are gonna bring it up. And to be honest, that is a real friend. Like, I can see from Robyn's perspective how uncomfortable it'd be for her because she decided to stay. But from a friend perspective, and maybe it's just the projector in me, but I would be like, let's talk about it. Let's plan a dinner and let's just all sit and talk about it. I wanna get on board too, but I need you to hear the story that you're saying to a different perspective. That scene of Robyn in Austin trying to rant to her husband about what's going on and him literally shutting her down. Okay, here's her drama this season. During the off season, and this is why I think a lot is gonna happen right now before season 9. During the off season, Candiace had made some tweets talking about Robyn was going so hard for me when Gizelle was spreading lies, and it's because she wanted to keep the rumors about her husband a secret. Here's the thing. That is such a one-minded perspective. As someone who's going through something and then my friend goes through something very different, I mean, I guess I can see where Candiace is coming from. Candiace, I love you so much. You cannot go on talking about people like that and expecting no repercussions, but we're gonna get into that next. They are not friends anymore because of this. And I do believe Candiace feels bad, but the person that Candiace is doesn't know how to, you know what, we are talking about Candiace now. She doesn't know how to take accountability. Love the girl so much. She brings such a different dynamic to the show. The show would not be the same without Candiace. I like Candiace. It's reality TV, but this isn't who she is in her heart and her soul. Like, parts of her probably. So this season for Candiace was about her music career, her going on tour, the way her and Chris are navigating life at this new era, and the way they're healing after everything that happened with Gizelle. So last season, I'm gonna say it quick. Last season, Gizelle said that Candiace's husband, during the season 6 reunion, allegedly, Chris Bassett asked Gizelle to go talk to her because he wanted to rant about something, because they were cool. So Gizelle was like, yeah, he said come to my hotel room, and she said okay, and the door closed behind her, and then he was ranting and she immediately got uncomfortable. He didn't do anything, but she's just said that she felt uncomfortable being in the room with a married man now. From her perspective, if that's how she feels, that's how she feels. From his perspective, he was just talking, like it was literally nothing weird. Giselle said it was nothing weird. So since we came down to the fact that it was actually nothing weird, the way that it gets spun out of proportion does make Giselle look like the villain a little bit. Now, we believe women here. We absolutely do. But it also seems like that could have just been a conversation you bring to her off camera. And if you feel like it's more than what it is, bring it up on camera. It could have read as an ambush. And that's exactly how it was framed all seasons. Robyn and Gizelle are best friends, but Robyn was like, I know Chris, like he would never do anything like that. She had her stuff going on with Juan. I feel like Candiace may have assumed that she was feeding into that stuff so she could keep her Juan stuff off screen. Was she doing that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she just really didn't think it was worth talking about at that time. But Candiace loves to think about Candiace, so she made the situation about her. And Candiace she doesn't accept accountability. So until she does that, they're not gonna be okay. Let's talk about Gizelle now. Low-key, Gizelle probably had the toughest season. She wasn't so involved in mess because she had so much of her own stuff going on. The podcast with Robyn, she started a new clothing line with Ashley. Her oldest went off to college. She got a new man. Towards the end of the season, she found out that her father was sick. When you have a life, you really don't have time to be messy. I think Gizelle, when saying what she said, maybe she didn't understand the smoke. Maybe she thought your man was ranting to me about you, and I just thought that was weird. Everything she said was valid, but maybe she just needed to ship it in a different container. Wendy. I feel like Wendy really could have gotten out of this season scotch-free, but her fellow Nigerian came into the mix, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think that she just wanted to be foreign all by herself. Like, I don't know. So Miss Wendy has decided to take another job title under her wing, and it is host. And her husband getting into the cannabis industry was a big part of this season. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is Wendy's personality. I'm just saying that this is how her character is portrayed to me. A woman that has it all, but in actuality doesn't feel like she has it all. Throughout the show, she kind of does look insecure because she's just like, I have degrees. It's like imposter syndrome or something lived in front of my eyes. That's what she reminds me of. This time, Nneka came around the scene. She is a Nigerian woman. She had met Wendy before. They actually have, like, her sister is best friends with Wendy's either cousin or sister, but like not a distant cousin. Like, they actually know each other. Ashley had met with Nneka first. Ashley brings up an article that came out calling Wendy's family Osu. I don't know what that means, but I know it's very taboo, and I know that it is not good. And Ashley knew that too, but for whatever reason, she brought it up on camera. Then when she told the group, she framed it as if Nneka had told her that. Did Ashley know what she was doing? I believe she did. She ended up being like,
oh, if that's how it came out, I'm so sorry about that.
But by this point, Wendy had already told her mother her name had been submitted to a shrine by her mother on some like voodoo shit. And then on top of it, Nneka had told Robyn and Gizelle, who don't like Wendy, they were definitely eating the shit up. Mind you, Nneka is real. Nneka actually talked to her about it in person with her husband present. Wendy was being so evasive, so weird. Wendy does be lying. And I'm not gonna go into further detail. If you watch the show, you know you know. Wendy had already made up her mind that she did not like Nneka immediately. So Nneka, this is her first season. She was so sweet. Her and her husband had just moved into a home in Potomac, what Karen calls North Potomac. And she just looked happy. She was trying to get pregnant, starting this new venture with her husband. Next, we're gonna get into Ashley, because Ashley started all the drama between the two. And then she tried to be like, that wasn't my intention. But you know, Ashley be doing that all the time. time. Inviting Deborah, knowing that Deborah has smoke with the girls. She lied on Eddie and Chris last season. Ashley this season had moved into a new home. She'd gotten Michael's name off the deed. She was in no rush to get a divorce most of the season. And because she really didn't have anything going on, she wasn't really dating anybody, center of the mess this season. Usually Gizelle is right there with her, but Gizelle was busy being a busy girl. But I will say, her and Mia got into tiffs at the end of the season. Mia was saying that Ashley was staying with Michael for money. Ashley got offended by that. Ashley said,
Well, isn't that why you got with your man?
now, Mia usually be telling the truth. I have no idea why the hell she lied about that. You're not even 40 yet, and your man is 70. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I feel like Ashley really did like Michael, because why the hell would she just be looking so dumb on TV for that man for 6 years? You know? She wouldn't. She must have really liked him. Mia's storyline really wasn't talking about anything until like the last 15 minutes of episode 18. At the end of season 7, or during the off season, Mia had to move out of her beautiful home. They moved into an apartment. They lost all their money. Her husband's friend, who was like supposed to be managing their money, stole their money and then offed himself, which is the same thing that happened to Robyn when Juan had gotten out of the NBA. So their friend was lying to them and then offed themselves. They lost all their money. They're in a feud with Gordon's siblings because they were in business together. She's prepared to walk away from the marriage. And then also, she started dating her high school sweetheart again. And then also, Gordon found out about it and he got really, really mad the last 12 minutes of the episode. And we saw his real feelings for once. And he was just like,
I said you could be with somebody, but you can't be with him. You have our kids around him. You think our oldest son is his son.
like, Gordon? This was a different side of Gordon. Okay, let's get into the reunion, because Gordon walked around being happy jolly all the time and it just didn't really make sense. And then we get to the reunion and he's saying that he has bipolar 1. So that's very interesting. Candiace and Robyn discussed their issues. They're not getting back together. I really do feel like Candiace wants to, and I think Robyn is annoyed. Candiace be running that mouth. Candiace got into an altercation which affected somebody else in the last episode as well. There was no visuals, it was only audio, so to be honest, when you hear about it and you don't see it, it's just not that big to you. Like, it's not like when Monique dragged Candiace and I could see it. Gizelle and Candiace, they are so freaking over. Karen's pretty close to everybody. Robyn is just like iffy. Nneka and Wendy are probably not gonna be friends, even though Nneka is still open. Ashley alleges that she's finally getting divorced. Mia left Gordon. To be honest, you guys, it was okay. If I were gonna rate this season, I would really rate it a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. The sun has literally moved away from me, so I think it's time to wrap. This video is probably going to be pretty long, so if you stay to the end, comment the like bubbles emoji. You know what, season 8, we can just say that you chilled out this season, because season 9, I just know you guys are bringing the heat. I cannot fucking wait. I will see you guys back here Sunday. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked anything you saw, and yeah, you're gonna see me back here Sunday.